We're gonna ride with Matt here. So it's one of the best manual shifters you ever felt, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh, it is smooth on a completely different level.
Yeah. Definitely the most smooth of the 3 major iterations of the S2000, AP1, AP2, and then AP2 with the electronic throttle. I gotta get the shifter re-greased. I have an AP2 trans in my AP1, and you'll feel a difference.
I mean, even now, it's not even notchy or anything. It's just so buttery smooth. Like, the only thing that I can really compare it to is, like, the more modern variants of the CD009 or the T56 that comes in the current gen DeMuros.
Yeah.
But considering that this is a car that went on sale 20 years ago, or 21 now, I mean, it's really impressive to see where Honda was at with this transmission compared to where we are now. I mean,
oh yeah.
Just everything, the rev matches.
We also have a professional drifter right here, literally. Matt the mechanic finally gets to drive it.
You know what I really like about this car?
Yeah.
Is a lot of sports cars, it always bothers me, like the way that the pedal positions, the spacing especially between brake and gas.
Yeah.
It's absolutely perfect on this car where you can just nudge over and always get your rev matching just right.
Mm-hmm. There's a little adjustment you can do on the clutch I have to do. You can adjust where the clutch pedal ends, but I'm going to do that now.
Right.
Yeah.
But as far as like being able to get your foot on both the gas and the brake simultaneously, this is nice. I like it, man. It was actually such a big surprise to me when I got the C5.
Yeah.
The spacing on it is just like horrendous. Like, it's like the C5 really isn't a driver's car at the end of the day,
yeah.
Even though it's kind of sold as like the working man sports car. It just, that was a huge letdown.
Yeah. I think the big thing that people like about the C4 or C5 is that it was such an improvement over the C4 in every way for the most part, and also the iteration of the LS. That was the birth of the LS.
Right.
So I think that's why people like them a lot, and also they're pretty stout, but they can be improved upon.
Yeah.
Like the suspension.
I love it.
This is an OEM suspension with about 9,000 miles on it.
So the last time I drove an AP1 was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So what I remember of it was kind of vague as far as how it felt suspension-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with what I guess with the AP1 to AP2, AP1s were more twitchy, from what I understand.
Definitely.
But this thing, I mean, even right now we have VSA off, and I mean it's still like, unless you absolutely positively want it to kick out, you know, it's planted.
And this is on the world's crappiest tires too. I think the ethanol-free gas runs really well in this car too.
Sad that we're going to be selling the one that we because this thing's fun. You know, I was on paper, granted, because the AP1 that I drove was not stock, and it had so much stuff done to it that you really couldn't tell what this car was like in an original state. But for what this car is, on paper, I thought originally it was going to be, I thought it was going to leave a lot to be desired. But it's so fun because this car is just, it's a car that's not terribly fast, but it's pretty visceral for what it is, to the point that you can have fun driving this car fast, which is still kind of slow without getting into too much trouble. If that makes sense. It's almost like a Miata. You can drive the living piss
just gonna do a little bit. Let's keep the stock header, intake, snorkel, and then do Flash Pro. A little bit of tuning after that, but because then if you lower VTEC to 55 and then raise the red line to 85, you get an extra 1,000 RPM of VTEC time, which puts you into where the AP1 is, you know, 6 to 9.
Right.
More capable than a Miata though.
And you get to do that.
Perfectly done. But it seems like it didn't take long for you to really get used to it and the grip and everything.
Not at all. This car really rewards you for being a good driver, and not only that, but it can mold you into a better driver. You know, that's what I like about this car, is it makes me kind of think of the Miata. Like, it's not the fastest car, but if you can learn how to improve your driving, your braking, your shifting, and your steering, you can drive this car faster than what you might think you can. And that's really where this car shines, is on the track, man.
I think so. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.